You and I both have heard it said that your success in day trading is correlated to the amount of time that you spend in front of the charts. Now, it might not be directly correlated because there's so many other factors. However, time is a significant part in being able to recognize it. I'm going to share with you how I spend as much time in front of the charts as possible without spending hours and hours in front of my computer when I have 5 children, a business to run, time to spend with my family, and it all revolves around this right here. Printed charts. So I'm going to show you how I put these together, what I'm writing down, how I'm doing that. And guys, if I'm honest, this has really been a game changer for me. I've been able to recognize significantly more setups in the market because I'm able to spend time writing out and identifying these setups. So I'm really excited about this today. It has helped me so much and I hope that it helps you. So let's begin with TradingView. Let's go to the screen. Okay, so here we are on TradingView, and the first thing that I do when I'm setting up to be able to print all this stuff out is I make sure I have a white background. This is very, very important because I don't want everything black. The second thing I do is I start with my higher time frames. I focus on the 1 hour and I focus on the 15-minute. And the things that I'm looking for is I'm looking for key levels. I'm looking for either highs and lows, or I'm looking for inefficiencies in the market. And as you can see right here in the hourly, we only have this one for the hourly, and that inefficiency is in the form of a SIBI right here. And I normally would put that, but when I'm looking at past data, if I don't see that price is retraced in there at all, I'm really not going to use that as a reference point. So then I'm going to drop down to a 15-minute. Now this is just from yesterday on what I did yesterday. So in the 15-minute, I've identified this SIBI right here, and I've seen that price went up into it and it came up to it again. So I identified that that's important. I'm going to want that on my charts before I print them out. I then identify the lows, London lows right here. So I put that in the form of a short-term low, and then I have a higher time or a long-term low right here. The LTL is long-term low, and this is the sell side liquidity, SSL. And you can see that that came from way, way, way back here for a long-term low. And we saw that we broke it. We broke that right here. So I took this low right here and extend it forward into the day's trading. And that's the extent of what I put on the higher time frames. Once I do the hour and the 15-minute, I'm then getting down into the 1 minute because that's really where I'm going to be printing everything off. I go down to the 1 minute and I'm looking for inefficiencies that I see setups actually happening, and I'm looking for my models in the price action. So I'm going to put in some key levels that I have identified on here. So I have a 1 minute SIBI right here where I saw price breakthrough and it came back for support. I see a BISI right here, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That's what BISI stands for. And we break through it and we continue lower. I also then put these equal lows right here because it bounced and I wanted to see how it potentially would react when I look deeper on paper. I just scroll through and I'm looking here. I see we have a high here. We have a inversion gap right here, and we also have a SIBI right here, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, meaning we'll come back up into that level. And just for reference, I use ICT methodology, and that's where I'm pulling my information, and then I'm evaluating and looking for my personal setups. Okay, then I have sell side on here. So I'm looking for highs, lows, and imbalances. I'm then going and doing a screenshot from the 9 a.m., 9:30 open to about 11:30. So here's that time frame. I'm then just going to screenshot this. You can use the screenshot button right there, or you can just drag and drop your screen tool, which is mine right here. I put new, dragging and dropping where I want the screen tool, and then I just go here and I push print, just like that. And that's the work I'm doing on the computer. Once I do that, I'm printing everything out and I'm putting it in a binder like this, and this is where I put all my annotations and everything. And we're gonna go to my phone and I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like here. Okay, I have my phone here and I put one together that I really want to show you. And let me put this here so I can talk into the mic. Yeah, if you look right here, there's my mic. I'm trying to get a little closer. I'm doing a lot of different things here. This is my trading journal, not just my trading journal, but this is how I'm evaluating the chart. So you can see here's today's date. I put the day of the week on there and if there was any news. So there was news on Wednesday and the news came out at 2 p.m. That's significant because I want to identify if setups are happening on news days, not news days, and whatnot. So it just helps me put everything together. Once I have the main things set up, I then start at 9:30 and I just start going through the price action and identifying any setups. So right after the market opens, we see this high and a higher high, and we see a market shift that happened right there. I'm gonna get my pen here. Might be a little bit easier to see. So a couple things that I identified. This is really where I'm taking the time. I've reviewed this whole thing multiple times trying to identify where I could see a setup. Well, I found one. I saw this BISI, or this fair value gap, in the form of a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, and I saw that it came through and it broke back down through it, making it an inversion gap. We also see us breaking this market structure right here, breaking a shift in market structure, and we see this SIBI, which is a sell side imbalance, a buy side inefficiency, and that's one of our models. A model we learned from ICT, which is the model 2022. And we see price come back up into it. Now when I see this overlapping of the fair value gap and the inversion gap, it gives me more conviction that price is going to be dropping. So what I do is I put my annotations on here. This is a fair value gap, also overlays with an inversion fair value gap, and then I put a 3 or a 1 or a 2, depending on where I'm identifying. So then I go down to 3, right, and then I write everything out on what I saw about this setup. I'm going in as much detail as I can because I'm really wanting to identify this and write out what I'm seeing in past price action. It's so key. Past price action will help me identify future price action. So when I see this happening in the future and I see a shift in market structure, and let's just say we see nothing past here, right? We see nothing past that. I now can identify that, hey, if we come back up into this fair value gap and this inversion gap, I might have a potential setup. That's how I'm learning to do this. We go on and I got notes on everything that happened in price action for that morning. And then we have the PM session. And as you can see, we had news at 2 p.m. We had the reaction of the news at 2:30. We see price come in here. We have a breaker that sets up, and I write all this out, putting as much detail as I can. Now I'm doing this all on this paper, and this has allowed me to spend more time with my family. I'm able to put this out in my binder and sit in the living room. I got a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, I got a 12-year-old, I got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I want to be around them. I want to hang out with them. I want to be outside when they're outside because, frankly, I can't let a 4 and 2-year-old outside without me being present. But when I print this out and I'm able to make notes on that, I'm able to spend time doing what I know I need to do to become successful as a day trader, to become more consistent, to be able to identify the missed setups or identify where I messed up and spend time with my family. This has been a game changer for me, and I really hope that it's helpful for you. I would love to hear additional insights that you guys have or how you're doing your journaling. As I've said, this is my day trading journey, and I want you to come along with me on this. And as I learn things and as I trying different things out, I want to share them with you. This is one of the things that, man, I'm finding really, really satisfying, and I'm able to spend significantly more time in the charts. So guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.